at the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me?
Good morning. I love you, Johnny. I love
Good
you,
morning.
Martians. Oh, such a bad heart. This is complicated.
Every time
Oh,
you do it, it looks like the Illuminati sign, but I think it's supposed to be more hearty.
and then it ends up just being like the Star Trek symbol. So we're like,
Right.
we're getting it. We're learning. We are Martians in training. Welcome to the show. We're very excited. As I was watching the introduction, I'm realizing how outdated that video scroll is. We have no Hua Chenyu in our opening. There's no like screenshot of
That's
him.
true.
So that's
Very
a reminder,
obsolete.
little homework for me. I have to update that with some new artists here. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming today.
Yes. Please let us know where everybody's from today. I know obviously Hua Chenyu's, his origin is Chinese success-wise and everything, but just it reached us. He's just having an incredible global impact at this point. Let us know what country you're from. I'm very curious who's here.
For good reason.
Yes.
He's
So
quite the artist.
on the docket today, there will be some live requests, but please wait until I ask for them or they're just going to be lost. We're going to start off with an interview so we get to learn a little bit more. Yeah, we're taking a deep dive today. That's what the Reaction Wednesdays are all about. Then we're going to listen to God Tree or Sacred Tree. I've seen two different interpretations of that. Then we're going to do live requests for, I'm not sure how many songs yet. We'll see how much we nerd out over each song, how much time is taken. And then we're going to close with Ship of Theseus. And we're told that Arrival is supposed to be paired with that. So we're going to close with Ship of Theseus. Theseus, I think, saying it better. And Arrival. So that's going to be our closer today. So no need to request for those as it comes. Like Indonesia in like Mexico, Indonesia, Brazil, Ohio. we are everywhere.
Ohio.
France. Oh, I love this. Canada. The Philippines are here.
It's
Middle
great.
Earth. Art is here officially.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
this new internet thing that they have, like the internet, it's pretty cool that it can. It's global now. The internet. Just kidding. It's been global. Yeah, it's not a new thing. Anyway, continue.
Oh, so Arrival is paired with God Tree. Oh, I'm so glad I said that up front. All right, I'm going to move things around. We got you. So today's agenda is an interview, God Tree, Arrival, and then we're going to close with Ship of Theseus. Thank you for that update. Perfect.
I've been everywhere, boys. I've been everywhere. And before we do, please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell, people.
Yes, and we are happy to announce today we have a little special sponsor. Want to thank Westone Audio, which is the in-ear monitors that we are listening to. They're absolutely amazing. Just shout outs to them. They contributed them to our show. They're not paying us to do this advertisement, but they did give us these, so we do want to acknowledge that was super cool, and they are amazing. Johnny, you were just telling me yesterday that
so since I started using them for this show, I was using them for my band shows and still am, but because we've been using them for the show, I forgot them at my band show and I had to use my backup pair, which at first I was like, oh, this should be fine, I'll get through it, it's not going to be as good. It was so not as good, and I was like, wow, the difference is really stark. So I love these things.
So it's like you miss them when they're gone, right? I mean, that's you don't realize how much you love something until it's not there, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and
Yeah, they're great.
before we jump into the very first video, a quick thank you already to Rosa, who had already donated some coffees.
Yeah, 5 to be exact. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. And if any of you are also interested in supporting the channel, please do so by clicking on the link below. And we
also
really appreciate
Maria.
that.
And
Oh,
Maria
Maria.
just
Thank
Maria
you.
just became a member, and also just
Ooh.
bought us some coffee. So.
Is that our new membership theme song?
If your name Maria, yes, it is.
Yes. All right. Here we go. Let's jump in.
作为一个创作者，创作的过程当中，我也会根据时代的发展，不断的去创新自己的音乐。我倒挺希望自己一直保持一个向下扎根、向上升。
I didn't quite understand any of it, so I'm gonna rewind. I thought I had the captions on one more time. Last 10 years.
作为一个创作者，创作的过程当中，我也会根据时代的发展，不断的去创新自己的音乐。我倒挺希望自己一直保持一个向下扎根、向上生长、向阳而生。我觉得我很希望自己是一个这样的人。我觉得音乐是，我觉得它像一个宇宙一样，就是它太大了，它是给你无限的空间，让你根本就永远找不到它的，够不到它的边际的。所以我觉得我这10年的创作，其实我感觉我还是一直保持着一个学习的心态，去不断的去学习，然后运用。说实话，因为我觉得10年这个期间，其实对于我来说算是一个比较长的一个时间，因为我现在是33岁，今年
23。
那其实这个对我来说算是一个漫长的过程。这10年来，我其实创作了非常非常多作品，就是可能我发表的作品其实已经有好几十首了。但其实我真正自己私下创作的，就是我手机的里面的那个，就是录音的那个小样 demo， 就是其实有上百上千首，就是有灵感了就立马记录下来。比如说，今天有灵感了，我面前有一个钢琴，我就会打开那个手机录音笔，然后就开始把这个弹下来。然后如果面前没有钢琴，我就会清唱出来，然后记录下来。
Quick pause. We were just doing this yesterday. What he's talking about. Johnny and I were working on a song together, and it's like how many voice memos do you have? Because you write all the time.
I have so many that it doesn't even play sometimes because it takes a while to load up. Now it takes 10 seconds for it to actually record. So I have many. Many.
Yeah, it can get overwhelming. This is awesome. I love hearing him just speak. The excitement in his body talking about music and his connection. I mean, and so there's his intelligence and passion just comes through in everything he does as an artist. So to see this is actually super cool. Hopefully it's not boring to you guys. The Martians have already watched this, but this is awesome.
I mean, I think there's one thing he said that just for me hit it on the head with him as an artist. It's just this need to never stop learning and growing. He says it's like the universe. There's no boundaries to it, and that's so evident in what he does. It's just he's constantly exploring new things, and he's never satisfied, and that's what makes a great artist.
Yeah.
所以我觉得可能有时候一张专辑，甚至可能要2到3年的时间，来去把每一个不断的去筛选自己的 demo， 然后整理出来一张完整的专辑，一个主题概念。 就是我会思考，就是我发表出来这个作品，是不是大家想要听到的，是不是会对这个社会有所帮助的，然后是不是可以成为一个值得发表的一个文艺作品。这个过程是需要一个时间来去沉淀，然后认真的去打磨这个内容的。
Yeah, that's key. I mean, definitely.
10年前的时候，就是我20出头的时候，那个时候对我来说，就男孩嘛，就可能有点血气方刚，写的很多作品啊，就是要表达一个年轻人的一个态度，然后就是我就是这样，这就是年轻人该有的样子，所以就写了很多那种比较个性化的音乐。那其实随着年纪的增长，然后呢，比如说近几年，然后慢慢感受到了一种，就是说，文艺工作者，那其实对于这个社会来说是有很大的一个影响力的。那既然这样的话，我会觉得，那我的作品是不是可以去影响到一些人，给予他们一些心灵上的一些帮助。
像光晕开，以这种方式存在，是因为那些旁白，那些。
就比如说《好想爱这个世界》这首歌，它其实当时讲的是一个抑郁症的一个，希望大家能够多关注到身边的一些可能有相同症状的一些人群，希望他们在听到这首歌之后，能够给予他们一些温暖和帮助这样的。那其实创作这个作品
That was interesting. Sorry to pause real quick. He referred to, and I don't know if this was a translation, if someone here that can also translate to support this idea, the closed caption says that refers to the singer as he. So he's referring to as a character, like a representation, as opposed. So did he say he the singer, or did he say I the singer? Because that changes the perspective of how he writes.
I've worked with a couple people that do that. They refer to themselves in the third person when talking about, them as a singer or even them as an artist too.
Yeah, so you're saying his past self as him. So it's the
okay.
Okay, I see that. That is super cool.
Yeah,
it's just the way he.
That can be a cool separation too, and in the context that I was talking about, but.
Yeah, because
quick,
his perspective lyrically shifts as depending on the first, second, or third person he's referring to, as he thinks of the song. So I just found that interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I wanted to talk about what he was talking about in terms of the importance of letting things rest. Like he'll listen to demos, and it's a process of kind of like waiting, coming back to things, and refining it. And I think that's super important, and definitely in my process, I've learned to trust that a little bit more, where I'll just let it go, just like I won't even think about a song that I work, 'cause kind of out of necessity, because I have to work on so many songs, and like I'll forget about things, and I'll come back with a totally fresh perspective. And also throughout that time, I really feel like your subconscious mind is sort of working on things, even though you consciously aren't. So allowing that time and not being like, well, I have to get this done in 3 hours, or
Right.
nothing.
Right, just to
So,
check it
yeah.
off the list. I mean, he nurtures what's there.
Yeah.
我不可能空写这样的一个作品，那其实是写不出来的，一定是自己也经历过，因为我自己会知道，我听到这样的旋律，我会觉得很温暖。那如果自己走出来的话，希望大家听完之后也能够慢慢走出来。
All himself, but past self, and then what he worked through.
我就在想，是不是可以通过音乐这样的一个方式来去，帮助到他们。当某一个阶段、某一个时刻，当他可能状态不是很好的时候，听到了这样一首歌，能够让他听完之后，觉得生活还是很美好，还是会向前走这种感觉。我感觉这个是我在这10年来做音乐，其中一个到了一个阶段的一个很明显的一个变化。总结一下，就是我感觉我会开始思考如何才能让自己更具有社会责任，就是这样的一个心态。
Great.
好，谢谢各位老师。 我们到时候这些不插电的版本，其实可以 live 做成一个就是
This sense of style is pretty
我
cool.
们不是会录制嘛，然后可以把它做成一个音频，其实是可以
发的那种
在平台发出来的。因为我觉得还蛮好的。
文艺工作者其实是不断的要去创作，要去输出
I
观
love
点。
that.
一方面要向下扎根，去写进大家的心里去；另一方面要去超出大家的期待值。我觉得应该是要做出一些大家意想不到的东西来。比如说像今年我们上半年开了那个演唱会，那个演唱会其实对我来说它就是一个很大的一个创新，就是我们把这个演唱会做成了超出传统方式，我们做成了一个从下午2点钟开始到晚上10点钟，一个长达8小时的一个演唱会，更像一个乐园主题，做了所有的那些吃喝玩的东西，1张门票1天的体验。上半场就是有那种我们可以在舞台上，甚至可以来跟歌迷一起去打游戏，甚至可以打麻将在舞台上。晚上就更像是演唱会，灯光一亮，然后所有的舞美都能出来，然后呢就更演唱会的那种形式。我觉得这个其实对我们来说是一个很大的一个创新，就是打破了传统的个人演唱会的这么一个传统化。有一点还挺鼓励的，就是当时我们做完上半年的巡演的时候，去了几站，然后有看到发了一篇就是稿，讲了华晨宇的这个演唱会，当时提到了4个字，就是文化自信。其实我觉得这4个字其实真的就是对我来说是一个很大的鼓励，做这些事情是很值得的，所以也就会激励我想要去说，还能不能做得更好？我们还能不能把一些就是我们有的这些东西，比如说像今年鸟巢的演唱会，能不能做到挑战历史，甚至突破历史？
So many
我觉得这
artists
10年来
never reach the point of purpose beyond their own ego. I mean, they just
Right.
get trapped in you know, the want, the need. What about Bob? I want, I need,
I need.
It's just, you know, it's a human thing. It's a social, cultural, you know, illusions that's pressed upon us to what we think is going to make us happy. And for him to be bombarded with fame and financial comfort and like all those things and adoration, and to still think beyond, see beyond, reach beyond all of that to do something that is going to be better for, you know, the whole is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the things we like about BTS too, is they use their power for good.
Yeah.
And definitely some other artists that we cover as well.
Dimash,
Like,
Joe Shen. I mean,
yeah,
just
Dimash.
we're definitely attracted to artists that like have a purpose beyond themselves, and there's just something that we enjoy.
Yeah, real quick, what strikes me too about him is just, I mean, the creativity just oozes out of him. It's not just musically, and I really have an appreciation for that, because for me, my creativity kind of ends with the music stuff. And you know, I've been in original bands too, and I've never really been like, oh, what about our stage show, and like, you know, what am I gonna wear and all this stuff. And all that can be a part of it. It can be an extension of your artistry.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been around people. I think you actually have definitely more of that. Like, what's the stage show going to be like? And that's such a cool thing. Like, and I appreciate you, Richard, for that ability. Yeah.
Back at you.
Oh boy.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, he's awesome.
最大困难应该还是自己在跟自己较劲吧，就是创作一些作品一定要遵循自己，这是最重要的一点，因为只有这样，你这个作品才是有生命力的。有一些作品可能大家都很喜欢，有一些作品就会得到大家的一个质疑和一些争议，比如说像那个癌这个歌，这个作品我就全程把自己想象成了一个癌细胞，慢慢滋生出来，然后慢慢扩散跳跃，那音乐听感上就会很恐怖。那确实这个作品很阴暗， 所以我在第一次演唱这个作品的时候，我是跟听众直接说了一句，就是说，我说如果大家听得很难受了，可以捂住耳朵不听。我的初衷就是想让大家听到这个作品害怕，知道癌的恐怖的程度，然后以至于让大家反思，我是不是应该要爱惜自己的身体。那这些争议呢，如果是我20多岁的话，我可能会觉得我不用在意，最多就是你的音乐理念跟我不合，对吧？你听不懂我的音乐那没关系，我也不是那总有人能听懂，就是那种心态。但可能那是年轻时候的心态。那现在越来越大了之后，就觉得那既然我的作品，我本身就是音乐，就是要写群众的心声。如果我有些作品其实不是为了让大家知道，而是让大家去认真的好好听一下、反思一下的话，那如果反馈不好，我就会觉得那可不可以调整一下？因为这样的话，自己的想法才能传递出去。我还是想遵循自己，但是我想说用一个更成熟的方式去写大家的心声，这样每个听众的心声。我觉得这可能是我一辈子的一个课题，就是如果我只要干这一行的话，那就是我这是我一直干这一行的一个课题。对我来说，支撑着我还能在这个行业的人是我的歌迷。下一个10年，我希望我还能继续跟歌迷们能够在一起相互守护，继续守护时。我也希望就是说，大家可能也可以慢慢去，看到我的成长的一面。比如说某一天听到了我的，无意中再听到了我一个作品之后，可能会觉得，这个好像是不是跟我印象里的那个华晨宇不太一样了？他好像是不是长大一点了，就是成熟一点了？希望大家可以认识到一个新的华晨宇。
Awesome.
Another great human being. It's just I don't know. There's something about these great, maybe this is naive of me to say, but like some of the great Eastern artists, there's just like the spirituality infused into everything they do. Even like the super pop stuff. It's like there's an integrity to it, and they always have something greater that they want to say. Than just cars, girls, and all that stuff. Which don't get me wrong, I love cars and girls songs, but it's like there's just something a little bit deeper.
They have their time and place, sure.
Yeah. Also, I just want to comment on I know that that was edited, but there's long sections where he's just able to speak, and I love the interview process in the East as well, from what I've seen, where they listen. What a crazy concept. To listen to what somebody is saying, and over here it's just like the
you're talking over 3 seconds. Ask another question, quick.
Yeah, it's just like just trying to. I'm not sure. Just the attention span is so low. Maybe they feel like they have to do that, and they have to keep things moving. But it's just like to slow it down and actually have an interview that's allowing the interviewee to talk and listening to what they're saying. It's pretty great.
All right, before we jump into the first song of the day, Johnny, I saw some coffees come in. If you don't mind giving a quick shout
there was an influx of coffees all at once. So, yes. Patty, thank you so much for the 5.
Patty.
Somione, Debbie, thank you so much. And our girl, Chris. Thank you so much, you guys.
Very much. All right, I'm going to keep the closed captions on because I'm pretty sure this has... the Hua Chenyu English subs channel is usually really good at translating, so I want to make sure, Johnny, hopefully you can read them as well. So this is Sacred Tree, God Tree. I've seen it go both ways. We're going to watch this, and Arrival is after that.
Okay.
Here we go. This is his staging.
害怕浑浊的天空。
Thank you guys. Okay, this song is epic. I apologize for stopping you. You guys are all saying that I don't need to blur this, so I'm going to take your lead on that. Thank you. The suspense. Oh my god. It's like... And what's weird, though, we know Hua Chenyu just well enough to know not to know what might be next. So the suspense may go nowhere, right? It could just be like, this could be this song, or it can just like land somewhere or deviate. I love not knowing exactly where we're going next.
Yeah, it's like that line in Shakespeare in Love. It's a mystery. Is that what that's from? Is it Shakespeare in Love? It's a mystery.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
With
I love that movie.
The guy that was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, what's his name? Jeffrey Rush. Jeffrey
Yes.
Rush. Yes.
We digress.
Yes.
Anyway.
Real quick. Actually, no, not so quick. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to take multiple seconds to describe this music thing that's going on. So, gotta love a droning tone. So right in the beginning, it's the... Right, you got the F just kind of going.
Yeah.
And it's cool when you do that over an entire progression because it's all about context and the relativity. So the chord that you play below that makes this note sound different. So as it progresses. So we got the B minor first. So yeah, go with F4. That's the droning note.
Right.
Okay.
And then you said B minor.
B flat minor.
I didn't hear the flat.
Right now you're playing the fifth of that chord, okay?
Which is here,
chord,
right?
Yep, and then the next chord is a D flat.
D flat major. Oh, right, because the F stays in it, right? So you got the F here, and then this, and then
so it's the third of that chord.
Okay.
And then the next chord is a G flat major.
And I have to think G flat major.
Yep.
Oh, so that's going to be crunchy.
Yeah, so that's a
Just
major. That's a
bit.
major
Oh,
seven.
that's cool. Yeah,
That's a major seventh of that chord. Okay. Okay. Then the last chord is an E flat minor.
And it stays. So that's a sus2, right? Like well.
Yeah, it can also be a ninth.
Right, because it's not omitting the third.
So
right.
again,
that's cool.
Yeah, just very cool.
That's what gives it that suspense. Is I think the chords 3 and 4 really.
Yeah, they're sort of, they got a little bit of that like angular sound. And then as the song progresses, it does the same chord progression, but then it uses a B flat as the drone.
And just rotates through that.
Yeah, really
Super cool. And then his top line on top, and then I fear just this line right here, darkness and pain. It's just like the whole scene is set up beautifully. So I just backed up a little bit because I don't want to kill the mood. And then I'm just gonna let it play from here.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the mushrooms, Art and Chris. Thank you. A little bluesy. Da, 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 da. All right, where are we going from here?
Heights, obviously.
Look at that stage design.
The band and his voice. Just the cry in his tone.
Wow. Man. It's a whole entire experience. And people that watch this show know that I love simple things, and I love, the Filipino videos of them in the bar just drinking and doing karaoke as much as anything else. But
And I love the drama and
I
the
love
over the top.
But oh my goodness, I mean, when it's done well, it's like, man, it's like your senses are just, they don't even know what to do because there's just so much amazingness going on.
I mean, I can just imagine being in that crowd, and this would be like, his arrival from, pun intended, next song,
Right.
from Mars, right? Just like, his wisdom, like just cascading down through these wonderful lyrics. His tone, he's never afraid to lean a little on there's a cool balance between wisdom and just like a right around the passaggio where it gives a sense of genuine vulnerability, but also like he knows when to lean in and give it like almost a shout tone, like you need to hear this, or just like a plea, or just whatever. Obviously it depends on the context of the song we're listening to, but I hear that in a lot of his work, and just like he dances back and forth between those two spaces,
Yeah.
with his vocal tone, which is just wonderful.
Yeah. And again, I think it's so easy to overlook his vocals because he is just such an all-encompassing artist, and you get lost in the artistry and the songwriting and his presentation, sometimes whatever hat he wears or the way he wears his hair,
Right.
because he's about the song, sort of in the spirit of like a Tom York from Radiohead. Like sometimes he will make his voice more of an instrument than here's the voice and everything else is supporting me. He sort of he blends it in like it's another instrument. And when you actually listen to what's going on, which is what we do, this is our job on the show, to listen to what's going on. Are you listening to me, Richard?
No. I was reading the chat. I mean, I was aware of your presence, but I was reading. There's other people here. There's people in the chat. I was reading what they're saying. But continue.
This is the conversation that Christy and I have, but it's usually the other way around. It's coming to me. Are you listening?
Now you know how it feels.
No, he's like these high B flats, which are not, they're not easy to sing.
Oh yeah.
He's a great vocalist, and his
Sure.
pitch was right on.
Oh.
But also, you know, as we talked about, it's not always. Sometimes it's not like right on. You know,
But
for the
beautifully
sake of
not on, because otherwise
Yeah.
it would just sound mechanical. It would lose that human, just those flaws that just makes things
Yeah.
beautiful to begin with. You know, it's just so well
Yeah.
placed.
It's great. It would ruin it if it was just if he used autotune, it'd just be the worst
his art
travesty
would
in
be-
the world.
It would not work for his
Yeah.
intention at all.
Yes. Real quick, can I thank some coffee
Yeah,
people?
and I'm gonna hit play.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Joanna,
Thank you, Joanna.
so much for the coffees. And Barbara is now a member, a gold throwing.
Ooh. Welcome.
Good to have you part of the team.
I will add you to the end credit list that you'll see at the end of our videos, but it won't be today because it'll take me a minute to do.
Ba
Here we
ba 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 ba.
Please take my hand. Hi, Francesca.
Say, Francesca. Wow.
I'm gonna keep this one going. I've got a lot of thoughts, but
Yeah, me too.
I just caught that.
Oh, yeah. God, as the kids say, that was a vibe. Such a vibe.
Just amazing. Um, Before I share my thoughts, I do want to prep the next song, guys. So we are going to end with Ship of Theseus, so you know. But it is that time where we take recommendations. So I'm going to put some things in the polls where you guys can select. We have lots of requests that came in before today. Like I'm going to put this one in because I'm curious. But y'all vote for what you want because it might not be something that you actually want to see. So I'm just gonna put in which song is next. It's him singing "I Will Always Love You" when he was really young.
Oh, that's gonna be
Curious, but if you've seen it and you don't think it's a good idea, then obviously don't vote on that. Another big one. Let's see.
Can I vote? Because I want to see that one.
Well, we're gonna do more than one too, obviously. So I Don't Care is another one I see you guys writing in here. Or do you not care about what we're going to watch? Cancer, he was just talking about that one. And they only allow, I think I can only do 4 at a time. The other one I saw someone put is Salt of the Earth. That was another one that you guys say a lot. We're going to do more than just one request, so you guys know. And we can repeat. But here's our starter, okay? So you guys can vote on that in the meantime. Your thoughts on what we just watched?
I mean, transfixed. It was meditative. It was beautiful. It was haunting. And I wanted to talk about musically why I think, it has that effect. So this song uses what's called a mode. So there's 8 modes. I won't go through all of them, but this mode features it's the second mode. It's called the Dorian. So what the Dorian is, it's a scale basically, but it's not like your usual major minor scale. It's based off of it's like a minor scale. So minor scale sounding like this. All right, so we're all used to that. So what this does is it takes that minor scale, raises the 6th. Okay, so this is again E minor. This song is in E minor. It's that raising that 6, which is normally a C, a regular C, a C natural, and it changes it to a C sharp. So when he's doing da 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 da, it's that note that sort of gives it that sort of heavenly, otherworldly.
Yes, and it just like drones on top of it. That's just like
Yeah. So it's something you use a lot in jazz, but also it can be used great in a setting like this. It's so, I don't know. It's just, I mean, everybody feels it. It's hard to put a word to it, but it sounds like an arrival. So a good choice.
yes, and it connected so well. So Salt of the Earth is next. And we're gonna do more songs. So we're not just this isn't gonna be the last one, but you guys can no more request at this time, so that'll be the next one. The other thing I wanted to point out too, obviously his staging in what we just saw.
Magnificent.
It feels so connected. His imagination for the staging, it's almost as if it was conceived at the time he wrote the song. There's just this like visual that I have a feeling is just like part of his extension of his creativity. That's just in the conception of the lyrics and the meaning and everything else is just like so well done. Just like that seed idea that he had throughout of that was just beautiful. And the way he sang this too was just, this didn't have that push. It didn't have any of that yelly tone I talked about before. He served the song. It was just, it almost had this angelic lullaby quality to it without touches, hints of, like I should say, with the head voice and the vulnerability again. And it just feels, I think he used the word transfixed. I thought that was a beautiful word to describe.
Just meditative, yeah. And it didn't go, again, like he's unpredictable. Sometimes he would take a song like that would be set up for 3 minutes and then go into like more of like maybe a beat would come in or it'd start to like grow in energy. This one stayed the same, and it's perfect. It's just perfect because, and you just like it literally the vibration of your body changes while you're listening to this, and
Yes.
I think that's the healing part of music. It just puts you in this, just very healing type of energy or whatever you want to call it.
When it's done well, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Total
sure
distance.
who to say thank you specifically, but you are here in the chat. Hua Chenyu English subs, thank you for being here, and thank you for all the work that you do, helping us understand his art more with these great translations, because I know that's a lot of work. I've Googled Chinese before. I can't get to the end of the sentence. Definitely, there's work put behind this.
Yeah. So just looking at this outfit, case in point of sometimes the outfits distracting from maybe us hearing the voice, because it's just like, wow, he's got feathers and he's got pink hair.
Why not?
Real quick too, thank you to John L. Thank you for the coffees. Also
John?
love your name. Great name. And Janice, thank you so much for your coffees as well. We love you guys.
And Janice, you also have a great name, despite John's ego coming through on that.
It's a good one, yeah. Starts with a great letter.
Rewriting, recreating the same old programs over and over and over. What was wrong with it?
被遗弃的床上，他看到吗？被忽略的被动，他听到吗？无声的祈求，他知道吗？无家的孩子，他眷顾吗？他了解他体会他明白谁告诉我？被贩卖的生命，他看到吗？被目击的枪声，他听到吗？多想的眼泪，他知道吗？今日的爱你，他感受我去他回应我想要世界拥有更多欢乐，哪怕我心如刀割。我想要
Shifting gears.
双眼来换取爱的颜色，我想要用我怀抱把冷漠全都温热。我想要幸福降临，哪怕照出我符合。我想要用我微笑对快乐画上记号。我想要用我眼泪对人们割下作标。我想要用我余生万年光繁星闪耀。我想张开双手给世界一个拥抱。
you had to pick one Marvel character that reminded
Where is
you
this going?
that reminded you of Hua Hua, who would it be?
The one with the wings, probably, right?
Well, there's several.
um, I have no idea. I didn't think of that.
I can't believe that wasn't the first thing you thought of. The last 3 videos we've watched where he's just suspended in the air and everything, he reminded me of Vision. I just started getting into.
I don't know who Vision is. I'm not as big into the superhero movies as you are.
Okay.
Sorry.
So there's a lot to
It
unpack.
reminds me of
There's a lot to unpack there.
He reminds me more of a young Al Pacino, actually, is what.
No.
70s
No,
Pacino.
so Aurora, my daughter, just started getting into it. Started with Spider-Man. She liked it, but of course it's confusing, so we had to go back to the beginning, right? Starting with Iron Man through. So Vision is Jarvis taking flesh form.
Oh,
so Iron Man.
yes.
So it's got like this wisdom, this poise, this just he can levitate where he wants. That's where I was going with that. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't think of it.
Anyone gonna back me up on this?
Actually,
Anyone?
all I could think of when I was watching this was, I feel like he stole that outfit from Elton John. I think there was a concert Elton John or something similar. But anyway, we digress. Going back to the song and the performance. Again, to think that I was concerned that I missed my morning meditation this morning. I mean, it's just I'm getting it in spades right now. This another just really hypnotic song. Simple melody. And then, but again, the patience that he exhibits, he lets things just percolate in the way that they're supposed to. Doesn't feel any sense of rush. And shout out to his fans too, because they're just in it. They're in for the journey, and they were, they're not giving a sense of like, okay, like we want something fast and exciting now. It's just they love it. I mean, that's so kind of like what he was saying in his interview, like they're guiding each other. There's just this connection that's happening. But then it does break open a little bit. It starts to get a little bit more animated with the melody and the rhythm, but just perfect. Yeah, perfect. Then he brings it back down to the slower thing.
And just the whole choir, just the layers that he's put in was just exquisite. Question. So I'm gonna do I Don't Care next, because that was second in the poll. It's pretty close. But I see lots of different versions. So if you guys can help me as to which one, that would be awesome.
Yes, and Love from Mars. Yeah, I know he has fast, exciting songs too, which we love. We definitely have seen them. I'm just talking about in the context of one song. There's not that itch to be like, oh God, are they bored? Like, should I do something with it? It's like I just love the patience. It's great.
Absolutely. All right, and I'm just setting up the next poll as well. So I'm putting in black and white artist. I'm putting in let's see, Ashes from Fireworks, Quirky Psychology. That sounds like a song of his. And another one you guys were saying that I saw. Where'd it go? Here We Are. There's another one that was asked a lot.
And Chris, I'm sorry you missed the Al Pacino reference. Here's a little snippet for you.
From the singer version, okay. Oops.
Happy ending.
Beautiful. Okay, so I am going to blur this one. This will be transparent because this is Mango TV, and we've definitely had copyright issues in the past with that one. So this is I Don't Care Singer 2018, episode 6. Let's go.
I got you, ladies. I got you.
我不大接受什么被委屈被还手，我不太能够顺应所谓的潮流。画笔或刺头，应该没说明我所有。哇哦，不找借口，懂的人自然能看懂。没想辩解太多，别用外表解说我。无解不愿反驳，我拒绝只谈如果。我管你的感受，我管你的感受，我管你的感受，我管你的感受。
That was KZ, right?
管你什么想法，我是我自己的。我管你的感受，我管你的感受。管你什么想法，我是我自己的表达。管你什么看法，我的世界我来孵化。我管你说的多复杂，我不要被时间教化。管你什么说法，当我是傻或是笑话。管你什么办法，别幻想我沦落到下坡。So I don't have subs for this one. Can someone just give us a quick overview of this? That would be awesome. I love his ability to just mirror the music being presented or lead it. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but he's one with the song always. His stage presence, the comfortability level he has to just throw his body around.
You know what I liked talking about the stage presence? How badass is it? So you got that little audience participation part. The first time they do that, he's just like, go. It's like it was so. It reminded me. Actually, it reminded me of, speaking of 70s Pacino. It reminded me of The Godfather, Marlon Brando's character. No, he's just so in control. Like the first scene where he's with the Undertaker, and he's just like, he knows the Undertaker needs a drink, and he's just like, wait, can you say it? He's like, yeah. Like, casually. And they're like, okay. It's so understated, so badass. I love it.
I'm glad you were finally able to make that connection. And I know you were working at that.
I wanted to fit it in there.
No, it's just so comfortable on stage. And that lift into his, it was like a cool mixed belt. I guess I would label it in a really generic way, meaning he went from chest voice, his vocal folds are thick, and then he went towards head voice, but he still had enough air pressure underneath to keep the mass of the folds thicker, which gave it just a fuller, warmer sound, not just that light head voice sound that we've heard him do already many times today. So it just gave it not a scream quality, not a push, but just a balanced, just coolness.
Goodness, yeah.
Goodness. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, no, this song definitely highlights his just pure vocal ability too, and I think maybe the mix of, because it's a singing competition show, it's like he's a little more out front, and he's
Totally.
more featured. So I mean, he's singing like, da. I mean, those aren't easy notes. I mean,
No.
head voice. He's doing it. He's got more of that, like you were saying, that full mix, but still more of a full sound to it. Yeah, just great.
He's just always outside of the box. Nobody puts Hua Chenyu in the corner. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, that's true.
Name that
Cause
movie.
I had the time of my life. Oh, I've
Patrick
never
Swayze.
felt this way
I miss him.
before.
He was great.
太多选择背后，绝望像没有出口。不如握紧拳头，这就是我的所有。我管你的感受，
Thank you.
我管你的感受。 管你多怪罪，你没资格评头论足。管你自以为你
Playfulness going
的
up.
意见我真不在乎。所有人举起你的双手。Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah! 管你什么想法，我是我自己的表达。管你什么看法，我的世界我的符号。我管你说的多复杂。我不要被谁给教化。管你什么说法，当我是傻或是笑话。管你什么办法，别幻想我沦落到下坡。
Yes. Even that, like that has like he's bringing his it's called the false folds. You got the true folds that we speak and sing with, right, and then you've got the false folds that hang down like this a little bit, and they act more as a trap door. So you thought it's got like that extra drive. It's got like some spittle mixed in there. It just gives like this cool little just badass rock texture. He's just never afraid to play with different tones mixed in with his storytelling. I just that fearlessness in his stage presence, his vocal presence. Love it.
Yeah, he's just got it all. He's like the perfect artist to me. He was who I would want him if I still was an artist. I would love to model my career after that because it's just he just.
But the
does what he
moment
wants to
you do that, you are no longer you, and you defeat the purpose of what he's trying to teach you.
Oh, wow, that was profound, Richard. That's very profound.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let me set up the next song here. Black and White Artist took the lead.
What is art? Is art art? Are we art? What is
Oh
that
my
from?
goodness. All right, so this is. Do I have the right one, guys? This is a long one. You can't see it to know.
Yeah. Real quick, Jennifer, thank you so much.
Whoops. Hit the wrong button.
Became a gold thronely and just got us
Ooh.
20 coffees. 20 of them.
What?
Yeah.
Hugs. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
Virtual high five, if you will. Don't. I'm just imagining somebody on the other side just like giving me a high five. That makes me happy.
I was just soundly scolded. Yes.
All right, so we have
This is new.
Black and White Artist Mars Concert official MV.
Who is Art? That's right. Yeah, Art. Who is Art? Art doesn't even know who Art is. He's always incognito.
That's right.
And
You never know when he's gonna swoop in with a new name.
I'm waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it.
I know.
But you know, with him, he's going to find a time that we least suspect it. So he's going to wait till we're distracted with something else, then he's going to swoop in.
Yeah, like next week. You don't know when it's coming. And thank you, Somione, for the coffees you just purchased.
Oh, Mione, it's Sherlin. Sherlin,
All right, here we
thank
go.
you so much.
Let's go.
今年我有写了新专辑，
Jennifer high fived us.
然后今天的新歌呢，该怎么说呢？其实我觉得，我觉得我其实，在刚入行的时候，会
Again, I love how relaxed this
去表
is.
达自己对生活和对音乐的态度，所以刚入行的时候就写了，我管你
Can you stop this
啊
for 1 second?
异类啊这样的歌，因为
What's up?
在
This reminds me of when I started like really getting into meditation and stuff like that, and I found these really great speakers and teachers, and the thing that struck me was how much space they would use when they talked. And at that point in my life, my brain was like this, and everything was super fast, and I was like, wow, they were talking so slow. And then when you start to settle into it, it's like it's meditative in and of itself. It's like you know, we talk about negative space a lot on this channel, musically speaking, but negative space or silence in a whatever you want to call it, a spiritual sense, a metaphysical sense, it's very powerful. And I love that that's accentuated, or it's applauded, it's supported in some of these other countries. It's just, you know, he can have a thought, you know, he can like be deliberate with it. He can think about what he wants to say as opposed to just filling space.
It's like
You know?
it's like his songwriting. He'll say something, let it settle, then he'll polish. He'll
Yeah.
continue with the flow of what he's trying to say. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Again, oh, I love it.
看到一些不好的，网上看到一些不好的言论的时候，就会觉得，如果你不喜欢听的话，那你就闭上耳朵，管你的感受 ，Who care？
Who care?
Yeah. And you're right.
一开始觉
Zali,
得呢，好像
visual art.
还需要跟他们呛一下，对不对？后来入行时间长了之后，发现，这是一个职业，对不对？职业黑，根本不跟你讲道理，就是黑你。那面对这样的人呢，我就明白了，不用讲道理。所以呢，我说了，我今年这张专辑写的都是跟生活相关的。那我的第一首歌《飞行模式》呢，我有介绍，说是我有时候会去和朋友聊天啊，和陌生人聊天啊，有时候会听他们的故事，发现好像大家压力都很大，那就写了《飞行模式》，那是跟身边的人相关的。
Great title for that topic.
那小镇里的花是我的一个朋友的，然后他对我的一些教导，然后让我有了很多的领悟和感悟，对，然后那第三首歌呢是写给黑粉的，那这首歌呢？
And a little vengeful. Gotta have that channel side too, you know.
我现在呢，怎么说？我在看到有人在网上黑我的时候呢，我不会再用像异类跟我管你那样的态度去面对他们了，因为我长大了。我看到他们这样，我只会说， 我不会用那种态度式的方式去跟你们讲道理，我甚至可以原谅你的无知，但是我会在心里面嘲笑你10000次。所以这首歌今天唱完，你们如果以后在网上看到那些所谓的职业的黑粉在网上故意想要引战，故意想要让大家来争吵，你们不要在网上去和他们吵架，也不用去和他们讲道理，就把这首歌发给他们说。
There's been many times I've been drawn into arguments on our channel with some just negative, comparison of artists and things like that I just don't really have a tolerance for. I now have a link to send them. Just leave it at that. No, it's just it's so wise to approach people and the negativity in this way. It's great.
老娘请你听新歌。这首歌的名字叫做《黑白艺术家》。
Well, this sounds like all the other songs we've heard so far.
他们说我是小丑，严肃的滑稽手啊！他们说天赋异禀，是进化工地手啊！他们是爸爸不计，我是大大太极手啊！他们有无缝的天地，我自作聪明手啊
！This is so clever.
Yeah.
每天有10000个纷争，何必非要出鞘灵魂？你死我活的摆动，那模样像极了标本，张牙舞爪却没戏份，少根针都没劲头。我想对这些老辈，别唠唠叨叨没尽头，随你开心，别聊费点手。还有好多事情没空陪你混斗或互动，没人非要妄想看这世界多温柔。你矗立南方，你哪能搞懂天边的海鸥？这道理不需要嘶吼。
This is so cool.
他们说艺术神圣，外星人不懂手啊！
I love these verses.
他
Yeah.
们的造诣天生有高贵血统手啊！他们说人类进步全靠他们论证手啊！他们有赤子的天真，我故作高深手啊！每天有10000个纷争，何必非要出鞘灵魂？你死我活的摆动，那模样像极了标本，张牙舞爪却没戏份，少
such a badass song.
It's fun.
It's got so many. Yeah, there's the fun element mixed in, but he's also again serving the song with his voice because he's got, there's the range of notes he's in is in that we talked about this before a little bit like that late '80s, right? That's the oh, I found it right away. The A. Look at me, knowing exactly what it was in advance. So that space is, I mean, it's a tough place to sing in consistently. So he's right on the note. He's, all the different vowel shapes, everything sounds really good, but then he'll give it a little playful edge to it, little distortion, but then he'll also do a purposeful vocal crack or cry. The like just that little like that little that little intentional
zombie.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. But that little just a quick moment of it just gives a little bit of a playfulness because it's an sorry, let me rephrase that. An intentional inbounce of air. I just wanted to hear it again. It's just I did it twice in the song. Just really liked his choices. Right there, and then I just love that. I love those moments. And then edgy, breathy, super sexy.
It's got a little Santana thing going.
It does. Wait a minute, is he doing that vocal flip on the word seagulls?
I don't know. Is that the actual?
Is he referencing the actual bird? Because that like that has like a seagull sound. I'm just wondering if that maybe I'm just making that up.
Wow, that would be clever. I wouldn't put it past him.
No.
Oh.
Well, that's with the bud. It's not the word ant. Okay.
Look at that face makeup.
I know. And he's just like, and there it is. There's the song. That's what
You know,
should
it's
share.
to do a truly effective "Screw You" song in a sense.
In a
It's not the
playful
easiest.
way.
It's not the easiest thing to do, and I love that or whatever that note was. Really clever. Love it.
Did you need my help in finding what that note was? You got there eventually. That's good.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so we're gonna go with the second song that was requested in that last poll, second highest, Quirky Psychology. We technically only have time to do one more, but you guys are awesome, and your support has just been overwhelming. I feel like we need to at least fit in one more song, and of course we're going to do. And there's one. You guys are awesome. We're obviously not going to get to all of them, and we are. We need to do a part 2, like hands down. Like I promise you, we are absolutely going to do a part 2, because there's too many amazing pieces to.
He's one of our favorites.
Look at.
Yeah, real quick, thank you to Mary. I'm waiting for Pippin to come in too.
Pippin.
JK.
Thank you.
And then Sigmund Freud.
Ooh, he stopped in as well.
From the far reaches of wherever he is right now. I was going to join your live stream, but I fear I may slip and expose my real identity. Slip. Art's gonna...
All right, here we go. Excuse me. Quirky psychology. Perfect time for Sigmund to stop in.
Siggy.
怪诞心理学。
I love how much fun his musicians are having too. Exactly. Yes, that's next. So
Nice.
when are we going to see him live?
He's definitely got to be on our list. Yeah.
Oh my God. That is a bucket list concert. Oh my goodness. It's just the
I wanna-
experience.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I want to talk about just his arrangement. I'm assuming that he has a hand, probably a heavy hand in all of his arrangements.
He does, from
And
my
this,
understanding.
for this song, that use of the octave voice, and whether it sounds like a female voice, it could be his voice just like pitched up. It sounds just a higher timbre to it, but the on top of him doing the octave below the da 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 da
Right.
da. It creates a very. It just has an effect to it. It's kind of has that snarly. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what the message of the song is necessarily, but there's almost. I don't even. How would you describe it? Like when you have that, it creates that sort of again that angular sound. It takes something that could be like. Da, 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 could be prettier, and it makes it a little bit less pretty, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Are
If
you
that makes
referring
sense.
to like the onsets that he's singing, like the glissandos versus like the attack of the note,
No, I think
or
it's
like
just
the overall
the,
tone itself?
the effect that you get when you do an octave vocal. So, and
Oh,
this
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
this studio trick we use all the time when it's like, okay, harmony doesn't necessarily work here, but just leaving it solo vocal doesn't necessarily give
it's
it
a
the
gap in frequency, right? Because you've got like
yeah.
this note here that has like a weight. It's called the fundamental frequency. So you've got that pitch, and then when you have the octave on top, there's like this. Hollow's not the right word, but there is a
Yeah.
gap that does it supports it, but makes it.
It
I like your word angular. It's kind of an interesting
Yeah.
word to describe that. Yeah.
I've used that a couple times. It takes the beautifulness away from it in a very effective way. And a song like this, you don't want it to sound beautiful. It's got this almost like mocking tone to it.
Until he gets to his interlude, the bridge, which
Yeah,
oh my, and it's so satisfying.
that minor major thing, which I feel like everybody references this song, but for that the Kiss from a Rose steals the da 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 or whatever it is. I can't even think
Yes.
about how it goes. But yeah, that it kind of like it toggles between the major and minor. So this is it starts out in sort of A minor. This is an F chord, but the key is A minor. Ba, ba, ba. Goes to G, da da. Instead of going to A minor, it goes to A major. Da da da. Da 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 da. Yeah, and just great juxtaposition with the rest of the
Absolutely.
song. Yeah.
And he's really clever with that too, because it's in the context of an entire concert. It's like I'm gonna retract what I was just about to say. In
Snarky.
most
Snarky's a good word. Yes, thank you, Karen. That's a good word
there
to
we
describe.
go.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna describe real quick is just in the context of an entire concert, you have songs that are like this tempo, this feeling, and then you've got like levity from that. In the context of like a 90-minute show, right? He does that condensed in almost every song. And there's obviously
He can.
exceptions, but he gives like that concert feeling, just like the ability to move through multiple layers of emotions with even with a consistent emotional intent in 3 to 6 minutes over and over and over again. It's just so well done.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our last song of today. Not the last song on the channel, because we have a lot more to go, and we are loving this journey down the rabbit hole.
He's
really
freaking
appreciate
awesome.
all of you guys being here. And just a last quick shout out to West Tone Audio for the in-ears. If you're interested in hearing music in its absolute full perspectrum,
Perplexive.
perpleximisms. Why did they send us these? Are we really the right ones to send gear
Yes, we are.
to talk about? No,
Yeah.
they're absolutely amazing. We love them. We use them in all of our channel reactions now. There is a link to go check them out if you want, and you can get 10% off as well if you use the Throga promo code that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really helped me listen to these songs better since we've been using that. Way better.
Yeah.
Hear a
All
lot
right.
more things.
Here we go. I already like it.
I love stuff like this.
Because it transports you immediately. Like just. Thank you for that info.
不必用数浪花掩饰鱼群夸诞的赞美，风和你酿的酒塞满船舱，自由是结构。而当船员学着赦免暗礁，我学着拼凑，那艘行走的船仍旧是我吗？时间之海将我掩埋，从江声到沧海，迎风而来，要烈火枯萎，将命运之歌。
There's that Dorian mode again.
更换灵魂在中在落成纤维。
Little pause here. So obviously, you guys said there was a 2-day concert, so there's shots from both. Do you know which day the audio is from? Because that was consistent mix. So I'm assuming this is a single day performance audio wise, and they're just showing the 2 shots. And Dorian mode, what is that?
That's the minor scale with the raised 6th tone. So in this case,
Okay.
yeah. So that's this case it's in D minor, and so instead of a B flat, it goes to a B major.
We all know how I feel about D minor. If you've
Oh,
ever
he
been on
loves
the
D minor.
show, it's the
Do a little riff. Do a little D minor riff.
what I'm not really sure where to go with it. No, so you have the D minor. You said the 6th though, so that would be. It wasn't. Was it to the B flat?
Yeah. So D minor scale is all white keys except for the B flat. So do that real quick. B flat.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that's the minor
but not-
scale.
Right.
So a Dorian takes that scale and just raises that B flat to a B major. Or B nat.
Oh, so
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
so it almost gives the illusion of being an A minor.
Yeah, but it's all about the context. So everything is taking place in context of D minor. Da, 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 da. Landing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's where that root is that makes it feel like you're lifting from it. That's cool.
Mhm. Yeah. But great use of that. And just great use of the sort of traditional
This-
minstrel sounding,
Yes, I was gonna say the
medieval.
instruments being selected here just paints a beautiful picture. In lyrics, once again, fantastic. Back up here a little bit into the section.
更换灵魂在中在落成纤维。
Second day audio.
And then it goes back to the regular B flat.
才扬起风暴，偶遇烈风造访，穿身摇晃，夜幕中祈祷。而帆赤裸向高漂流的人，这并非尽头。那艘斑驳的船已被谁遗忘？时间之海将我掩埋，从江声到残骸，迎风而来，摇曳或枯萎，将命运之歌深埋，更换灵魂在种子无尽苍白，将我撕碎，由荒芜变尘埃。是将命运之歌深埋，更换灵魂在种子再次
And all the soundscapes that he's choosing here. The birds and the waves crashing. Done, is it? No. Is this off? Is this has to be off one of his albums, I assume, right? I don't have any of his albums, and I need to change that.
I know, he's really great.
He's phenomenal. This is. There's a few artists that we've reviewed on our channel. You're left with this question of. I ran into this with Hua Chenyu, and who else was it? It was Zhou Shen. My wife asked us, who we were doing our Reaction Wednesday for today, and I mentioned it was Hua Chenyu. She didn't know who that was because she doesn't watch our channel. not that I do either. That's fine. And then I was instantly proposed with this question in my head of like, oh, I'm going to show her, right? Because I want to show off who this is. And then I was like, what? One song do you show someone from Chenyu to be like, oh, here's who this is? Is that even possible with him?
I don't know. Yeah, we talked about that with Dimash. It's like, what do you show to really encapsulate everything they do, and especially with somebody like Zhou Shen and Hua Chenyu, it's like. It's so varied. It's not even like capturing. It's not like it's not capturing like necessarily like the vocal range. It's like they do just every single style imaginable. So it's like, what do you even start with?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the gateway song? That's what we call it. What's the
I don't
gateway
even
song
know.
to get them hooked on?
Yeah, it's a great question. I see some requests coming for Illusion Reality. We actually already reacted to that one, so go check out that in our list. We've done several songs. We have way more to go. I've already got a list here that's been building. Feeling Good, Aliens, Path, Folding. I did a whole show with a symphony. Might be worth just watching in and of itself. Never Cross Paths, Eternal Flame, King and Beggar, Let You Go.
Eternal Flame.
The list just.
Feel like
You're trying to get Soul Glow again going.
You know that song, the Bangle song?
No.
An eternal flame.
I feel like that's been in like a shampoo commercial or something, but I don't know.
Maybe the way I'm singing it, it's got shampoo qualities. Yes.
Real quick, thank you everybody for your incredible support. We have new members
yes,
that have
thank
joined
you,
today.
Joyce, JK, and Baran. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you everybody for being here. Martians, you are amazing, coming from around the world and supporting obviously Hua Chenyu, but also us in this journey and guiding us as to what to do next. And thank you for that information. This song that we just heard is on his next album, so I'm obviously behind. So I need to go jump on iTunes and do some searching. The problem is I have to when I did this with One OK Rock, I bought the album and I'm like, wait, I can't listen to all the songs. I can only listen to the ones we've already heard. So it's torture.
I know.
Oh my goodness. We hope you all have an absolutely amazing day and weekends and life. And
Thank you, guys.
We will announce our part 2 at some point. Thank you everybody for the Thronely members, our silver, gold, and diamond members as well. And that's it for today. Lots of love from here to here. Bye, guys.
Oh, wait, other side.
Yeah, do it right. Bye, everyone.